What are you watching?
We are watching the live on the water that we just did. Sorry about my screen.
It's okay, I gave them the link. Look in the description. The link is in the description for that. Everybody, this is Jing Jing. She's a reporter for CGTN.
And I'm your dive buddy.
You're my dive buddy. You're my dive buddy. What a view. Look at that view behind us.
Oh my god. So
yeah.
Blue water.
So nice. So nice.
Sky. Yeah. When is the last time for you guys to see the view like this?
Oh. Hi Matt. Hi Jing Jing.
Hi.
Hey MP12. How's it going? Anyways, oh, okay. The drone shot there. That's cool. I don't know if you can see it there. Okay, yeah, you can see that pretty well. I left the link in the description, so check it out. We're filming, actually. There's some filming going on. There. My friend, right there. It's very windy. Can you hear me okay? Can you hear me okay?
See, you just get on the boat. We're watching. We are live, watching another live.
Pretty cool. I think Jing Jing has great instincts when you said, oh, okay, yeah.
Something can't read.
No, just Winston and Matt. That's just talking about Winston and Matt. Yeah. Hey Matt, can hear you, but some noise is bad. Yeah, okay. This is okay now, though, right? Hey Lily, we just dove actually. We did our English version, so me and Jing Jing did the English version of this coral propagation and rehabilitation video, and now the Chinese crew is going. Oh, that's a great shot. That's a great shot.
Every day they're doing that.
We got cameras everywhere. One drone in the sky, one drone in the water, and several cameras on this boat. We have Gigi's back!
The coral is Acropora, so it's a type of stony coral. And oh, you saw the amazing diving video earlier. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, that's what we're watching. We're watching the live footage that was recorded earlier. It's not live now, it's pre-recorded now. Okay, so let's go and see what's going on over here. Okay, here goes Omar's going in. Yeah, I left a link in the description. I got to be a little bit quiet because they're recording live, so I cannot be too loud. Beautiful day, but it's been a lot of wind, like a crazy amount of wind today. And luckily, we're on the leeward side, because the windward side is like way crazy waves. So Hainan is a province. But we're on Sanya, which is a city on Hainan, and that is an island actually right here. This is Wuzhizhou, which is a resort island with coral reefs all the way around it. You can see over there. There's a hotel over there. There's a lot going on. Take care of yourself. I'm telling Omar to make sure he takes his ear pods out before he goes in the water. Otherwise, he's going to have a bad time. Omar's pretty cool. He's from Canada. He and I have been hanging out and talking quite a bit. So we basically have Omar's going to go in with a coral reef engineer. He's going to be restoring the reef and showing you what's going on. And then we got this funny guy over here. He wears a baseball cap in the water. It's kind of funny. Yeah, I love diving too, man. This was really nice. I have to be a little bit quiet, not to disturb the shooting. So they have a guy that's going down with them, and they're basically going down, if you haven't watched the stream already, they're going down and they're cutting pieces from from an area where they seeded coral already, and they're cutting pieces off, and then they're tying them to the coral. Because you have one group of coral that will end up growing, and it'll have all these fingers on it, and you can chop off each individual finger and have each individual finger growing its own separate reef. And so we went down there and we basically seeding all sorts of these coral heads. Okay. Okay, 30 seconds. Oh, he's actually going to start it from the back deck. That's cool. So 30 seconds he's going to go. It's been a very interesting thing because, so he's recording. There's 2 cameras here. We had a drone flying, so I don't see a drone flying for him. And then the signal is going from these guys all the way. Oh, here's one of the cameramen here too. He's got a shot from here. And then there's a guy down there with a shot direct. And then you have this makeshift studio here where they're setting it up, all the stuff, and all the signals are going right to here. And then this orange cable here, this cable is going over the edge and into the water. And that is the drone. So the underwater drone is like a little submarine, is going down there. And then what do we have here? And then we have a crew that's down there that's guiding the drone, so that when Omar goes down, they'll have like a drone footage of him actually in the water and stuff. It's pretty cool. I'm going to answer some comments here. So if you guys want to know anything, let me know. I want to do that someday. Coral planting. Yeah, definitely. Bucket list. Okay, so I think he's shooting now. Feet are hot. Holy moly. The ground is hot. It's a beautiful day today. Actually, we had his AirPods are still on. I think he's gonna, I don't know, I think he's getting out of the water, not going in. I don't know what they're doing. Yeah, but is he going in the water? Oh, okay. Oh, okay. Jing, say hi to David. David Yuan, say hi to David Yuan.
Hey, David.
So yeah. I don't know. I'm pretty much done for the day. So I'm just hanging out here trying to kill time. So, have you ever visited the Parcel Islands?
No. Where is it?
Where are the Parcel Islands? I don't know. Somebody says Parcel. Have you ever visited the Parcel Islands? Ask Jing if she has it.
Parcel, 珍珠岛吗? No, Parcel. No.
Never heard it. Never heard about it.
South of Hainan. South of here.
Oh, okay.
Is Hainan province the entirety is an island or no? Just a portion of it, right?
It's an island.
It's an island.
Yeah, it's an
Like the
island.
whole province? There's not like...
Yeah, the whole
Because Hong Kong, some of it is an island and some of
Yeah.
it... Okay. This right now is live. We're live. We're shooting other people filming live. There's a whole bunch of lives going on here. Parcel Island, she did it in Chinese.
Oh, 西沙群岛. That's one of the islands, like sprinkled in South China Sea.
Oh, okay. It's one of those islands?
Yeah.
Okay.
Actually, I will go there. I will in July. I booked a cruise tour in July. So they organize a scuba diving tour. So, well, I will show you.
Okay.
So,
what's your YouTube channel? Tell
my
everybody.
YouTube channel, Jing Lee.
L-I.
Yes, L-I, J-I-N-G, J-I-N-G-L-I. And you can find me on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. So I will show you what it feels like to dive, do scuba diving Parcel Island.
Cool, check it out, check it out. Did we have fun down there? We had fun down there. That was fun.
It's awesome. It's much better than last time we did, right?
Yeah,
much
I think
clearer,
so.
and there's so many things to see in the ocean. Well, to be honest, like South China Sea surprised me.
Yeah.
Like that's
There's more life than I thought.
Yeah. I always thought maybe if for diving, you want to see more marine life, you have to go to Southeast Asia, the Philippines, Indonesia. They have great ocean, or go to Mexico. But actually, there's a pretty good ocean with different varieties of marine life just at our doorstep.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. As a matter of fact, there's a tank down there. They just we were told by some of the guys that they actually sunk an old Chinese military tank, and there's a tank down there. It's pretty neat. You can turret off of it. I still see the camo. It hasn't been covered in algae. Literally, they sunk it like a couple of days ago, and there's a bunch of shipwrecks there that are, when you run out of purpose, when a ship ends its life, you can send it down to the bottom of the ocean, and it has a second life as a home for corals. Is the wind too loud here, guys? Because it is blowing pretty loud. I'm trying to use my body to block. I think my body is doing pretty good to block the wind. How are we doing here? Wow, Guangdong goes all the way down there across from Hainan. Yep. Awesome. Is it snorkeling or real diving? Real diving. We did real diving. Sanya Jungle Bird's Nest Hotel. Actually, if you look across the way here, I can show you some things. So these are some of the major resorts here in Sanya. And you can see, okay, I'm using my body to block the wind mostly. So all of these are really like major hotels. And this one in particular, that one is the Atlantis Casino, Atlantis Resort. In that, if you go on Jayoe right now and search, you'll find a video. If you go to Jayoe and Scuba, I think, you'll find a video of me scuba diving in their whale shark tank, which was pretty amazing. And then they've got some that one's pretty fancy. I don't know what hotel that is, I'm not sure. But let's see how they're doing. I don't know what's going on. I thought that they would be diving and filming, but it looks like they're not. I'm curious. I'm wondering what's going on. Most of these guys aren't with us. They're all part of different sort of scuba tours. So they're probably guests at the hotels over there, and then they bring a boat over here, and they've probably bought a scuba package, or they're learning. There's a lot of teachers here with students, and after you learn how to hold your breath and how to assemble all your equipment and go through all the beginning steps, actually you can see right there, that white thing right there, I think that's a training pool. And then once you're finished training and all of that, you come out here and you do your open water training, where they take you down and make sure that you can, scuba diving is pretty easy. It's just more or less having to understand how much time you can spend down there with the amount of air that you have based on how long you've stayed down. And as long as you can monitor that and understand how the system works and don't freak out, scuba diving is pretty easy. It's fun. It's super fun. Have you guys scuba dived before? You hit my bucket list, Matt. I always want to swim with sharks. Well, whale sharks and sharks are kind of different. I didn't swim with any whale sharks. Well, I mean, swimming with whale sharks is different than like shark. I've swam with sharks before, but whale sharks are like just basically like whales. They're very, very kind and docile. Let's get the scuba flag here. The scuba pattern. Anywhere around the world, they got to fly that flag if you're a scuba dive boat. And then we've got the Chinese flag. All right, let's go down and see what these. Look at this system they've got here. So this guy's got a switchboard. He's playing off of. Hello. He's playing off of the different drones and all the different cameras, and he can switch between. And then Probably all of this stuff is wirelessly beaming to Beijing. All right, let me go down. So you didn't go in, huh? I saw that. I'm like, I thought you were gonna go in the water. I'm like, uh-oh.
That's what you were pointing to. I was like, no.
Okay.
I'm gonna come out. It was just about for our main show.
Oh, okay.
It's a TV live.
Okay. But you're not done yet. You're gonna go.
No. Now we're gonna.
Now you're gonna do the full-on thing.
Full 1 hour.
Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Looking forward to that. That was a quick little tip.
Yeah, that's Omar. For those of you that don't know, you're all right.
Oh, I gave up.
You're in a dive suit, man. That instantly makes you a sex symbol. So
Oh,
you're
yes.
you're hot. You're
How's the
hot
live
stuff.
stream? Hey guys, Jayoe Nation, what up? I thought you were recording for me.
No. This is a live stream.
What's up, guys?
Yeah.
You guys gotta come to Sanya. It's
so nice.
fantastic.
So nice.
It's so much fun. I was this morning. I asked the guy we were with who brought us back here. You can get your license for 3,000 RMB.
Yeah. You should get it, man. You should get it.
What is that in US dollars? 3,000 RMB.
3,000, a few $100, you know.
Yes.
Yeah. But you know, it's not just 3,000. It includes diving and the training. Like you're actually gonna do some dives with it.
It's
So
super worth it.
yeah, totally.
Super worth
Then when you get it, we can go diving together.
Off the coast of Ningbo.
There we. Well, I don't know. I don't know if you want that. There's some okay spots there. Actually, you know, the Chinese Atlantis is there. It's in Hangzhou.
But there's one here, or that's another one?
This is an
Atlantis.
actual village, Chinese village that was submerged when they filled it.
Oh,
up.
that.
That's like the freshwater Chinese
Okay.
Atlantis.
Have you gone down there?
I want to. It's on my bucket list. I haven't been able to. Have any of you guys ever heard of the Chinese Atlantis? If you go to China, type in Google China Atlantis, you'll see it.
I've
It's
never
pretty
heard of
interesting.
that. I've
Yeah. Like there's like all these Chinese temples and stuff, and they're all the way at the top. Like it's really deep. It's like
That's
30
brilliant.
meters.
Did you tell the folks about your live stream earlier today?
About what? Oh, yeah. It's linked below the
It's
description.
below.
Yeah.
You, I think, did they get the shot of you taking your mouthpiece out and waving?
I don't
Was
think
that-
so.
you don't think
No,
so?
it wasn't in there. It wasn't in there.
That's when you blame the technical
Yeah.
director for not cutting for that.
You know what? I
beautiful
didn't see any drone shots when we were going out to the dive area, which I was waving at the drone like crazy. There was no drone shots.
shot. Sounds like we're just complaining, but
Yeah,
I swear
we
we
are.
don't complain.
It's
We're having
pretty
a great
nice.
time. It is like 30 degrees out here.
Yeah.
We're filming and scuba diving. Who
Yeah.
can complain
Who
about
can
that?
complain about
But it's
that?
been, for me, you know a lot about coral. You've
Yeah.
grown them yourself. But for me, who comes from like a non-aquatic,
Yeah.
sea-based city in Canada,
Yeah.
it's been a really big learning experience for me. Even some of the terminology that I've been picking up for me, which has been a lot of fun. I don't come down here too often. I don't think I'll be coming down here to film about coral reefs and environmental protection anytime soon. This project is it.
You know, you are doing this in the absolute perfect way for a first dive.
Yeah.
Because a lot of, especially here in China, you get somebody that's never been in the water before, goes to the hotel, they offer them a package, they end up going in the water, they don't know what to do,
They don't
they end
learn.
up touching the
Yeah.
coral, they don't even appreciate
Yeah.
it. But we've been doing all this coral preservation stuff, and it's a great way to kind of start, start your life.
Like,
as
I'm
a-
working
as-
and being educated right
Yeah,
now.
yeah,
which
yeah,
is
totally.
A fantastic experience.
and playing, like all three.
Yeah,
Like the
I
trifecta.
was gonna not slip that in, but that's happening here.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
been the crew's great. It's
Yeah.
been so much fun. Everyone's relaxed. Oh, and we also want to film well. We want to produce something fun.
Yeah. I think it was good.
Yeah.
What did you think? A couple of these guys actually saw the stream.
The stream, nice.
Yeah, but
Is there a way to take the IP of the CGTN stream and plug it on Jayoe Nation? There has to be some shared, like on
I don't know. I
Twitch
don't
you
think
can do that.
CGTN would want that.
Maybe not.
They're probably not allow me to do that.
But I know you can on Twitch. I watch a lot of video gaming. On Twitch you can do it. But that'd be cool. You could kind of get yourself on there and you get
Yeah.
some connection.
Geez, that would be neat. Yeah.
I'm gonna get some water. I'm gonna leave you to the Jayoe Nation.
All right. I'm just gonna mill around the boat, say hi to everybody.
Have you done introductions on every single person yet?
Not everybody, but we could
There's some shy
find
faces,
somebody.
maybe.
We'll find some different people. There's some people sleeping over here. Hey, Kevin, how's it going?
Kev?
Somebody's sleeping.
Oh, that's Hui Shan.
Boy, shot. I like her hat. It's hot. The floor is hot. My diving test was in October in a mountain lake. That's pretty cool. My first diving test was, me and my dad did it when I was like 9 or 10 years old. I was really young. We were going on a trip together. He was taking me to Mexico, and I was scuba diving in, I think it was near Sacramento, Ohio, in a quarry, a filled-in quarry, and it's cold, and then visibility was poor, and I was simply doing a dive so I could get the certification. When we ended up going to Mexico, it was well worth it, but it wasn't like a stellar dive. How long does a coral take to grow? Well, you can have a piece of coral about the size of your finger, and in about 4 or 5 years, if it's in, there's so many factors that cause coral to grow slow or fast. It's sunlight, calcium availability, acidification of the water, the pH. There's nitrates, there's ammonia, there's nitrites, there's water flow, there's salinity. There's so many factors involved in having a coral grow. But if it's idyllic and it's perfect, coral grows pretty damn fast. I mean, you could have a coral that's the size of your finger grow to something the size of your hand within, I don't know, a few months, if it's perfect. If it's not, then it'll grow very slowly. We were down there actually and looking at some of the coral that had been seeded a while back, and it was quite amazing. Well, how many different colors for coral? Well, colors can come in all sorts of shapes and colors. You can have reds and oranges and browns. You can have yellows. I mean, in different parts of the world, you can have different intensities of color. I mean, red. I mean, there's shades of red across the spectrum. As a matter of fact, there's a coral that is, I'd say probably the most common coral is orange. The common color is like an orangish brown, because the zoanthe, it's very interesting. Zoanthe is an organism that lives a symbiotic relationship with the coral. So coral is an animal, and the coral survives, much of it, not all the varieties, but a lot of the corals survive and process their nutrients and colors by feeding off of the zoanthae that live within them. And the zoanthae process sunlight. So the zoanthae are sort of like a plant. They have a system for processing sunlight. And the byproduct of the processing of the sunlight, the corals that allow them a home to stay in, end up feeding off of that byproduct, and that gives color. That gives the coral nutrients in order to survive and grow and become all sorts of colors. There's actually some corals that don't need sun to survive, or very, very little light to survive. So those don't abide by the same rules. But most of the corals you ever see are feeding with the symbiotic relationship with this thing called zoanthae. And zoanthae, natively, like the color that it's produced by these organisms is brown. So the most common color a coral can have is like brown or orange. But what happens, and this is like, you guys have heard about coral bleaching. That's when the coral turns white and ends up dying. And that's what's, a lot of the corals around the world, Great Barrier Reef, is like bleaching. Well, the primary reason for this is that the water warms up, the salinity changes, the pH, all of those factors I told you change, and then the zoanthae, which are living within the coral, polyps, ends up exiting the coral. And without the zoanthae, there's no nutrients, so without nutrients, the corals turn white, and so the corals die. You can actually have a coral turn pale white by the exit of the zoanthae, and when a coral is born, it has that zoanthae in it and it lives. But it's very, very hard for a coral that has lost its zoanthae to actually have that come back. And like once a coral bleaches, there are circumstances that you can get that to come back. But in most cases, the zoanthae stay out and the coral will die. It's very, very hard to recuperate a coral after it's lost its bacteria. I think it's a bacteria. I'm not sure if it's a bacteria. I just know it as zoanthae. Yeah. Holy crap, you know a lot about coral. It's very funny because we were shooting some stuff at a coral facility, a coral growing facility on the mainland, and they were like, I'm like, you know what, you guys can probably just be quiet because I could probably talk about coral. Like this is acropora, which is a stony coral, which is very blah blah blah. I mean, I could say I know a lot about coral. They're like they're like you're putting on like a coral TED talk. Just talking about it. I could do one. Yeah. Actually, I could do a TED talk about China, you know, or vlogging in China. I always thought that would be neat. How you know so many things. Iris, I have done many things. I've experienced many things.
Oh, Iris.
Oh, Iris. Yeah, I've had a lot of different careers, a lot of different paths in my life, and I cherish every single one, you know, and I try and suck up as much information as possible. That's cool, but have you ever eaten at a Golden Corral? I think I have eaten at a Golden Corral. Isn't that where like retired people go? I have good breakfast there. Thanks, Arthur. Yeah, Zunthale. Good afternoon, Jiaju. Yeah, and actually, you know, one of the more interesting things about coral. I'll just do one more coral fact, and then we can move on from that. But coral is like everybody looks at coral from a macro focus, a macroscopic look. Macroscopic, not microscopic, macroscopic. And so when you look at coral, you just see this like tree-like structure with all of these branches and all of these kind of things. Algae, okay. It's not a bacteria, it's an algae. So you have all of these coral structures, but you have to zoom in and do the micro focus. And as soon as you go in the micro, you see, I mean, you have to go really, really small. We're talking like super, super small. You'll see the actual coral polyps. Because when you're looking at like even like a stony coral like this, a stony coral about this size probably is a community of hundreds of thousands of individual polyps. And each polyp is a pocket that is built into the stony coral. But the polyp is actually building the stony coral. It's sort of like a snail, how a snail can build a shell. Like a snail itself is slimy and sluggy-like, but it builds this hard shell out of the calcium. Well, corals do the same thing. So the polyp is like this, and then on the bottom of the polyp, it forms a stony shell. And then its brother next to it forms a stony shell, and then its brother, and then its brother, and pretty soon you have, you know, one finger of the coral grown with hundreds of different sorts of polyps, all living their own independent life, but as a ginormous community. It's a really, really interesting thing. I mean, like, when you think about what coral is, it's A, extremely delicate, so delicate. You change one factor, it's gonna die. And two, extremely beautiful, you know? So anyways, that's enough coral talk for today. You're very welcome, Iris. Hello from Abu Dhabi. Hey, Spencer, how's it going? Akao, very good. It's going very good here. Any knowledge on local real estate market? Here in Sanya? No, I don't know. But you know, if I look out on the coast here, that's Sanya right there. Oh, this is Wuzhizhou, but that's the mainland there. Seems like there's a lot of real estate to be built upon, so pretty expensive, Lazy Bones says. Where are the crew? The crew is over here. Actually, I think I'm being recorded. I'm not sure. Ni Taiwan? No. Are we visiting any minority ethnic groups? Actually, Mr. Havisham, there's a minority here in Sanya. What is a minority here? It's Dang, right? Dang? I think it's the Dang minority. And they're like culturally fishermen. And they would go out on these like small skiffs, and they would go out into the ocean, and they'd be gone for weeks at a time. And what ends up happening is their livelihood is sort of changing because independent fishermen, they don't need to go out. There's larger scale fishing fleets, and obviously that's a problem. Actually, that brings up another thing. Like, to be honest, like there's a few things that bug me about China, and it's not necessarily China's fault, but one of the biggest things that I feel China should improve on is maybe their aquaculture program. because they have so many mouths that they got to feed. That 1.4 billion people live in this country, and they all like seafood. And so these armadas go out from China, and they just, and I don't think it's only a China thing, but it certainly is one of the China is the biggest, and they go out there and they just net everything. And I'm very fearful for marine ecology in the future. I have a feeling that my daughter's kids are not going to see what I've been able to see, and the wildlife isn't going to be there. And are you going to show your diving video live, Peter? The video, I've already gone diving. There's a link in the description below to the CGTN stream, and you can rewatch it if you'd like, and you can see me diving underwater. It was pretty cool, actually. Hi, Matt. How are you? I'm good. Kate? Oh, Connor, fam. How's it going? I haven't seen you in a while. It's an issue with Ecuador and the Galapagos, the Chinese fishing fleet. Yeah, I've seen those articles. It's pretty gross, you know. But again, how do you fix that problem? You know, there's so many people that eat seafood. You're not just going to say everybody stop eating seafood. That's just not going to happen. How do you fix that? So yeah, fishery needs improvement. That's true, Lazy Bone. I should actually make a video about that. You know, I'm not always pro-China. Like that's a real. I'm not pro-China all the time. I'm not pro-China all the time, but I'm also nuanced because you got to add into there. You can't just say China's bad because they're doing this. You got to say China is trying to feed its people. And there's a lot of hungry mouths to feed, and I wish they could find a better way to do it. You know, to me that sounds like a more nuanced perspective on that sad issue. Anyways, yeah. So there's minorities here. They come from a lineage of a fishing minority. But you know what's interesting? Sanya and China is becoming more affluent. The wind is noisy, just saying. Can you hear what I'm saying though? I think the view is nice. Let me go down below. Yeah. How's it going? How's it going? You're live. Okay. Okay, you know what? I'm trying to introduce everybody in the live stream. So today, introduce yourself.
Yeah, hi, I'm Zhao Yuxiang. I'm a post editor, and I'm post editing now on the boat. So I try to be calm, you know, because of the bumping, the platform. But yeah.
How long have you been working for CGTN?
How long? 3 years?
3 years.
3 years. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. So it's a pretty interesting experience, and so.
You're my buddy today, right? Because Jasmine's not here, so you're my minder.
Yeah.
making sure I don't do anything wrong.
Yeah, I just to make sure that every interesting moment I catch.
Yeah, he's had a lot of camera. On the next vlog, you might see some of your video. You put it on my SD card.
Yeah, I'm but
put a few clips there.
Yes, indeed. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
So yeah.
Well, it's nice to meet you. Get back to work.
Yeah. Just stay tuned. That channel, very interesting. You can learn a lot.
I didn't tell him to say that. Hello, 你好。漂亮吗？你好。你好。YouTube. Hello. Oh, the boat is busy today. Holy moly! Look at all these people. Mountain people see. How are you doing? You're gonna be on pretty soon, right?
Yeah, in 10 minutes.
10 minutes. 10 minutes.
Yeah, we still have 10 more minutes. Let me grab some coffee.
Yeah. There's a lot of people here. Are you gonna be able to work around all this chaos?
Yeah.
Holy moly! You're gonna have to. There's no choice. What a view. That's a nice view, huh? Holy moly. Anyways, so the can you hear me? Okay, this is still pretty windy. This is the coral guy that was in my video. You could hear him talking. He has the deepest voice. There, down there, with the corals. It's like really, really deep voice. It's pretty shy. He's a pretty shy guy. Anyways, what would Matt be like if he were more closely emulated coral? I don't know. I don't even know that question. I would be a stony coral, maybe. Maybe I would be I'd be a soft, fluffy coral. He's our coral planter engineer. He's gonna go down there. In that bag, he's got a hammer and a drill. And, well, the drill's not on him. The drill's right there, actually. That red thing right there is a drill, underwater drill. It's pretty neat. Kaikama? This is an underwater drill. Pretty cool. So yeah, let's watch them. Do you guys want to watch them shoot the show? Because they're gonna be. You're watching this from your boat, Steve Sanders? That's pretty cool. Everybody likes vanilla. Nice view. Fire coral. You think I'd be fire coral? Oh man, I don't want to hurt anybody. I'm just very Are you saying I'm very irritating? I'm like fire coral. I'm just very irritating. Robert. Have I ever tried surfing? No, I've never surfed before. So yeah, so there's all these fishermen. There's all these fishermen that used to be village fishermen, and they had hard lives, you know. But as Sanya has sort of started to explode with regards to recreation, like yachting and all of these like higher end luxury things, the villagers have found work catering to that business. So like we went on a yacht the other day that the guy was one of these minorities, and his whole family is so proud of him because he went from being the son of a fisherman on a fairly dangerous little fishing boat to a captain of a yacht that's doing, you know, charter tours on this yacht. I mean, it's pretty amazing, right? Like in America, as far as mariner life goes, being captain of a yacht, that's like the biggest thing that you can do, you know? Hey, Brandon, nice to see you. I'm really good, thanks. A cyclist rammed into me and caused my right leg foot, and the strap pedal pulled me. I ended up black and blue and my leg swollen. I'm sorry, Kate, that sucks. Where are most of the tourists from that visit Sanya? All over, I would imagine. All over. Hey, Jesse from Qingdao. Too late night for coffee, but right for diving in China. Yeah, I could use a coffee though. If they start filming, I'm gonna have to shut my mouth and be a little quiet. Okay, and then I'll back away. I'll go back into there. But maybe I can stay here until they go into the water, and that might be fun for you guys. So this is part of the crew. He's gonna go and help with the camera stuff and the drone. And then the drone cable is right here, and they're gonna put that drone is right there. That's the underwater drone that was shooting the video for the live stream. And then so that's gonna go into the water. And hello from Big D. Is that Detroit? Is that the Big D? My dad used to call his. It's so sad. I can't believe that my dad and my grandpa are no longer with us. It's so sad. You guys have actually, if you watch my videos, you've seen my grandpa and my grandma and my dad, and the three of them are no longer with us. Oh, Dallas. Anyways, my dad used to call his dad the D, which was like the D, the dad. And but he would call the D. How's it going, D? And then I would call my dad the D. And it's so like, oh, there we go. And so that's sort of, whenever I hear the D or somebody says the D, it's either the Detroit or I think of my dad. All right, so now Whoa! That's one way to do it. So one guy is holding, I'm gonna try and get out of the wind. So one guy's holding the drone and the other is guiding the drone. No, one guy is holding the drone and the other guy is holding the cable to make sure the cable doesn't wrap around anything. So they work together. I was pretty much in the same place in Sanya, so cool to have a look at the place again. Yeah. Where were you? Were you staying at one of these hotels here? I'll give you a pan of the beach. While diving, you don't feel pressure on your ears? No, not me. Okay. So they're going to be about 5 minutes of filming, and then Omar and Jingjing are going to go, and then these two guys, because Omar and Jingjing can't talk while they're underwater, the scientist and the reporter up here will be sort of doing a play-by-play, just talking about what they're doing under there. Yeah, that's Jingjing, CCTV News anchor. She's my partner, basically. We filmed the English version of what they're about to do, like completely, basically the exact same thing, but we did it in English, and she was my partner. And now we're going to do the same thing, but they're going to do it in Chinese. And Omar's Chinese is pretty good. It's pretty neat. He makes me feel like I need to improve my Chinese. Can you hear me okay? I'm actually putting my mouth pretty close to the microphone so that hopefully I can just murmur and you guys can hear what I'm saying. But I think this is kind of neat, right? So you guys can see the process here, loud and clear. Fantastic. Jingjing, yeah, not Jingjing. Jingjing. Are you in Hainan? Yeah, Jolly Wong, we are in Hainan. We're in Sanya, actually. I was also making videos. That's cool. Were you making videos for TV, Jesse, or just for a personal vlog? Can't catch what he shouted. I didn't hear what he said either. I think he was telling the people that they had a little bit of a problem. Kai Chi, Joe Nix. Hey Matt, do you know the actual meaning of Kai Chi? It means driving a car. Yeah. But Kai is to open, and Chi is car. Like Kaimen, you could say open the door, Kaimen. How long is the cable that's linking to the drone? Very, very, very long. It's super long. I mean, you could probably take it halfway to the beach if you wanted to. Or maybe all the way to the beach, I don't know. Thanks, Jolly Wong. Yeah, it's a beautiful day. And the water is very clean, Steely Dan. Steely tank. Very, very, very clean. Okay, now I'm gonna go back to the beginning. I told you last time this. Oh, I'm sorry, Jesse. Googling Jingjing Li turns up famous educators all around the world. Yeah, Jingjing's been around. You are one of the guys who inspired me. Oh, that's very cool, Jesse. I love that. If I could inspire more people to get out in the world and see it for themselves, I would consider that a job well done. Brandon watched the live stream that we recorded earlier, and it's funny, every single little finger that we cut and planted in the coral will grow up to be its own little reef. So if you can do that every day and plant, 100, they said that since 2016 they've planted 30,000 individual coral reefs, so that's pretty amazing, right? Just takes time, right? Caught any Nemo for Eva? No. We saw some Nemos yesterday, though. Lots of Nemos. That guy with the hat on. He looks either really tired or like giving me that Lawai look. They're loosening up, actually. trying to get a little loose. They joke with each other before the cameras go on. It gives you a little bit of more of a relaxed feeling. If you like less stiff, you know. And then you've got the guys ready in the water for the camera drone, and they're on the inside there. They're just waiting for them to go in. MP, I don't know. I don't know. There might be some African hosts. CGTN is huge. Start now. I heard the countdown.
海上开直播，今天我们来到了第4天，欢迎大家来到三亚，来到蜈支洲岛，欢迎，我是 CGTN 记者赵一飞，我是 CGTN 奥马尔，好，欢迎大家今天的。
Yeah, John, I've been a diver for a very long time. Since I was 9 years old, I've had a diving license, actually. Yeah, the water's very, very warm. It's very comfortable. So they're going to talk now. They're introducing the scientist, the marine biologist. He's a doctor, actually, a doctorate of marine biology. And then Omar and Jingjing are going to jump into the water. They're going to put on their suits real quick and jump into the water. And then the drone will follow them around while the marine biologist and the reporter here chit-chat. Have any of you guys seen Omar on TV before? I guess he's pretty popular on CGTN. They're doing it live. If you go to CGTN right now, you'll see this. You can actually watch this live while I'm recording it. You can see all the different. You can see the behind the scenes and the actual scene of the crew, which is kind of funny. Yeah, this is live. Did you get your master's? No, I don't have my master diver. I have my nitrox. I have my advanced open water. I don't have my rescue, but I need to get my rescue next. It is on Randy, but it's on one of their other platforms. Like if you go to their CGTN, if you go to the link below my video, you can open that and it'll take you to another app. And if you go to that app, you can find this stream. Open water is good. It just means you can't go as deep. Just dive with all your clothes on. It's better to watch it from behind the scenes perspective. So now they're going to put on all their gear. And they even have a drone out there. See the drone? I'm trying not to get in their way because they're gonna be walking through here and then out. So now Jingjing dove with me earlier, so this is her second dive, which is nice. But oh yeah, CGTN TV. I think it's online. Nikos, James. Where's James? Or where's Jason? You asked. Jason from Living in China, he's actually, I think he's on a rest day because tomorrow morning at 2 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock to 4 o'clock in the morning, he has to be at a fishing village to do a live stream at the fishing village. We have been separated. I've seen Jason for no more than probably an hour on this whole trip. And this is day 5 or 6, and I've only seen him for like an hour. So he's on a team B, and then I'm on team A, and so we're kind of working together to do this. Chengdu's cold. Yeah, it's beautiful weather for diving. If you want to see my dive, the links are in the description. You can watch it. Yeah, well, Dita. Yeah. Well, I was swimming already. It was a good time, actually. I had a great time. I did a dive already. Oh, somebody's tired. You know what? I'm gonna go above and look down. You'll be able to see them. So there's Jing Jing right there. She's gonna go in here real soon. And then Omar is over there with his partner. Omar doesn't have a dive certification, so he needs to have somebody go with him. Okay. Okay. Jing Jing gives a okay symbol, and she's out. So at this point in time, these two guys are going to start chit-chatting, and they'll take over the live stream narration. Feeding all the cable to the underwater drone. So you wonder how much cable you have. You have a lot of cable there. Go a long way.
CGTN 就能够找到我们的直播，把你认为的正确答案留言给我们。首先回答正确的几位网友就会获得我们提供的
It's kind of cool, right?
特别的礼品。当然，如果你不知道也没关系，除了央视频，还有其他的地方也在抽奖。CGTN 的微博平台、CGTN 记者团的微博平台，这两个微博平台 CGTN 记者团，大家上这两个。
And then she's watching it live. This is live, right? Yeah, it's cool. Oh, yeah. Pretty neat, huh? Pretty cool. She's the leader. She's the leader, actually. She's in charge of the whole crew. We have meetings at the hotel. I don't know if she's only the leader of Team A, and then Jason has his own team leader, but she's definitely our leader. So that young lady, she's the big kahuna. Better listen to her. Let's go to the bow, see what's going on up here. It's gonna be windy though. Tiny, teeny, tiny little babies. Those parrotfish. That's too bad. Those parrotfish are nice. I wouldn't eat those fish. Those are too nice. Water's beautiful though, eh guys? Can you see how blue that water is? It is so nice. Yeah, she's smart, man. She is super smart. We have meetings and she's organizing like 35 people. I mean, there's probably about 35 people on my team, and then there's probably 35 people on Jason's team. So yeah, she is the leader of the team A, the A team. the A team. She's Hannibal Barros. Who is the leader of the A team? Maybe I'm Mr. T. Who would I be? Who would I be on the A team? Would I be the suave guy that gets all the girls? Would I be the goofball that was out of the insane asylum? Would I be Mr. T? Or would I be, is it a Hannibal Barras? No, who is the leader of Hannibal, right? Hannibal. Would I be Hannibal? Or would I be the smart guy? Face, that's it, face. Face. Shit, I haven't thought about that show in a long time. All of the above. Yeah, I'm a little bit of everything. I'm a little bit of Mr. T. I pity the fool. I pity the fool messing with me. Hello. Hello. You are instructor, right? 你是这个教练。教练。对。在 YouTube。Ooh, my skin is gonna be fried today. I am gonna be fried. It would be cool if you could do some short interview with the crew, curious about their career stories and stuff. They only have a few minutes at a time, but maybe I could ask Jing to maybe talk to somebody. Murdoch, that was the name. Is Murdoch Face? No, Murdoch is the suave guy, right? And then Face is the crazy one, right? And then Mr. T is the muscle, and then Hannibal is the leader. Am I right? Hannibal is, I love it when a plan comes together. That's right, that's his line, right? I love it when a plan comes together. Murdoch is the crazy guy. Okay, Murdoch's a crazy guy. Face is a good looking guy. Right, Face, because he's got a nice face, right? Isn't that why they call him Face? Interview Jason for Vlogger 101. One-on-one. That's a good idea. Maybe I could sit down and talk with him and just let him share his story. I don't think many people sit down and actually just talk to him, because I'll tell you what, one of the things I was surprised about, that guy is quiet. Holy moly, Jason is super quiet. I was so surprised because I met him and he was so quiet. Murdoch is the pilot. Yeah. B.A. Baracus. That's it, Baracus. B.A. They called him B.A. I should remember that because I call Annie A.B. Annie Bananas, AB. Face talker, cool guy like you. Pizza. You butter me up with compliments. Murdoch. I like Murdoch though. Murdoch was funny. He was a goofball. I love that show. That was a good show. They don't make shows like that anymore. I check that out. It's one of those dolphin boats out there. See if you can see it. You know what I'm talking about? They're like they're almost submersible, but they have like they can nosedive into the water. They're like a jet ski that can sort of dive into the water. It's very cool. You watched Jason's video? Oh, that's cool. I don't want to interrupt people because the staff right now is they're coordinating the dives with everybody, and then the crew here, the filming crew, they're all handling cameras and waiting for people to come through. I actually interview a different crew member on our team every episode, and if you scroll backwards, I actually interviewed one of the editors and talked with him a little bit asked him some questions. It's not even my generation, but I love the 80s nostalgia. Heck yeah. What are some other shows from the 80s? Miami Vice? Was Miami Vice from the 80s? There's Macgyver. Macgyver was one of my favorites. I loved Macgyver. And then what was it? Yeah, Macgyver was ding 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 ding. Then he's like using like a bubblegum wrapper and a paper, and he makes a bomb. Dun, dun. Knight Rider, Dukes of Hazzard. But what was the Knight Rider? But with what was Knight Rider? But with a helicopter? Airwolf. Remember Airwolf? I really liked Airwolf. And what was the one with? It was in Hawaii. The guy flew a helicopter. He had a mustache. He was like, he had a mustache, and he always wore a Hawaiian shirt, not Hawaii 5-0. That was Kit. Yeah, Kit was. This is a fun conversation actually. Jet ski in the news right now from DMX. Magnum PI. Yeah. And in Magnum PI, what was the name of Magnum PI's boss? He had his black buddy, and then he flew the helicopter, and was he like was the main character, Magnum? He was a private eye, but he was also like a what was he? He was like he worked with that rich guy, right? The old white rich dude. Murder, She Wrote. That's a good one. That's not my style though. Tom Selleck. Hey, Higgins. That's right. It's so funny. I like to watch a dude. I like the show which dude of that very long name. Kiefer, William, Frederick, Dempsey, George, Rufus, Sutherland. Kiefer Sutherland. You like Kiefer Sutherland? Michael Knight. Man, there were some good shows back in the day, eh? There were some good shows. Robin Masters. That's right, Robin Masters. Jayoe. Let's see what's going on the other side of the boat here. Hey, Jojo Lau. Hello. Hello. Yeah, these are some high-end green screen. Buck Rogers? Oh, I remember Buck Rogers. That was Buck Rogers was before the 80s though. Buck Rogers was like the 70s. Well, I was thinking of a show. What's the Vietnam show where they that was half black and white way back in the day, right? The one that why am I blanking out on it? What was the one where they went to Vietnam and took place all in Vietnam? It was a serious, but MASH. I always remember, because I was really young when MASH came out, and I remember the helicopter. You know, the helicopter had like a bubble on it, and then the scaffolding sort of off the back of it. It was like one of those really simple, really simple. Oh, that was Korea? That's right, Vietnam. That's right. That was Korea. I'm sorry. Yeah, it was a little bit before my time, so I didn't watch it, but my dad watched it, and so I remember that show playing in my really early childhood. I'm watching you underwater diving on CGTN website. Video is posted. Yeah, it's up there. It's pretty cool. What was the other? Oh, $16 Million Man. No. Yeah, that's it. And Transformers. I grew up in Transformers. Transformers was my game, man. That was the show I watched when I was younger. And me and my best friend Aaron Reese, we bought a copy of Transformers the movie on VHS, and we watched Transformers the movie over and over until we wore the tape on that VHS tape out. I mean, it was bad. It was crazy. Married with Children. Love and marriage go together like a horse and carriage. This I tell you, brother, you can't have one without the other. The love boat will be something. Dun, dun, dun. I don't know the words to that. I just know the love boat. Love boat. That was a funny show. Hunter, I remember that. Murder, She Wrote. We already talked about that one, right? Babylon 5 Babylon 5 is fairly recent. We're talking Star Trek time, okay? We're talking Star Trek. This is funny, actually. What a funny conversation to have on the back of a boat in Sanya. Yeah, 24 is pretty cool. But, I mean, that's a fairly new show. I wonder when they're going to come out. I think they're somewhere around here. I'll tell you something funny. There is a military-grade, retired Chinese battle tank that is inside, like this area right about here. It's underwater. It's a camouflage tank that they sunk a couple of days ago. It's not even covered with algae. And we were filming the video around it, and they pushed us away. They're like, you can't film this. I'm like, if you can't film it, then why did you put it outside of a diving resort? There's like, it looks like it's a tank. Okay, I see some bubbles out over there. I think the crew is just about over in that area there. You can see there's some activity going on in there underwater. That's probably them. But yeah, there's a bunch of ships here. 1, 2, 3, and there's a tank. It's pretty cool. And it's not very deep too. You can pretty much free dive there. The Pretender. Now we're getting too new. The Pretender is pretty new, isn't it? Unless there's a remake of it. There's a helicopter coming in for a landing. There must be like a helipad there. Why would they sink a tank? Well, when it happens in America all the time, actually. When a battle cruiser or a tanker or some sort of big vessel is retired, there's a couple of things you can do with it. I mean, most of the time you can't really do much with it because it's just scrap metal. So what they do is they just sink it, and then the corals can bond to it, the fish can live in it, and it creates an artificial reef. So they did that with the tanks. They did that with. They do that with ships. They do that with a lot of things. And plus, this is a fun diving area. How fun is it to be scuba diving and all of a sudden you come upon a tank, But before they sink it, you have to scour it. You have to remove all the oil, move all the gas, move all the grease and all of the fittings so that there's no toxins, and then they just sink it, And then nature takes hold, and pretty soon, within 100 years, the tank won't even exist. It'll just be completely covered with corals. And the deeper you go, the less coral will grow. But in this area here, the corals will just consume the tank in pretty quick fashion. Yeah, it's pretty neat. Oh, this is really nice. Actually, that helicopter is just making a ton of flights. I think it's just dropping people off and then taking people. Baba Black Sheep, Tom Baker, Firefly. Firefly was a great show. Baywatch. Who watches, what is the new space show? I watched it. It's on season 5 now. And they use these FTL drives on their ships. What is the name of it? It's a really, really, really great show. I'm using this actually, this live stream for you guys to answer all of my old TV show questions. Lou Ferrigno. What was the, yeah, that's the Incredible Hulk. The Expanse. Yeah, The Expanse. What a great show The Expanse is. I really like it. Is that helicopter going to take off again? They even have horseback riding. You can see some horses along the beach. It'll take people up and down the beach. Not a bad thing for a horse. It's a little hot, but at least they don't have to walk on concrete, you know. Pretty soft on their hooves. Maybe that's actually, I wonder if it's harder for a horse to run on the beach or walk on the beach than on solid land. I wonder if it's the same for humans, because I certainly would rather walk on solid surface than sand. It's almost more difficult to walk, but I gotta imagine a horse probably appreciates it. Okay, there's one guy just got out of the helicopter, I can see. But they haven't powered down the helicopter. I have a feeling it's gonna fly away. The first 2 episodes of Expanse are intense. Yeah, and I like season 5. I thought it was pretty good. I want to see more aliens, though. They've got those aliens that live in those stargates, you know, in the rings. I really want to see more about those. I actually read the novels, and even the novels don't really go as deeply as I really would like to see on the people that created those rings. That would have been really neat. Farscape was pretty good. Yeah, but it jumped the shark after a little while. It jumped the shark, just like Fozzie, just like the Fonz. Happy Days. What was Happy Days? Monday, Tuesday, happy days. Thursday, Friday, happy days. Wait, is it Monday, Tuesday, happy days? Oh, here we go. Oh, I missed it. Do you know about the pre-nuclear underwater steel salvage? No, I don't know it. What's the temperature? Blah, blah. Blah, 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 blah. The temperature here, I don't know. It's warm. I'm getting toasty. Not too bad. I did the finger test. All right, guys, I'll tell you what. This has been fun, but the stream seems to be a bit stagnant. We got a nice, good group of 136 people here, 137. Really appreciate it. I think part of the problem with this live stream is timing, because Southeast Asia is good, but USA, everybody's asleep. I don't even know what time it is. What time is it? It's probably like 2 in the morning in the USA right now. So I think I'm gonna end it. I was able to put something on the channel. Any new nuanced videos coming out? Yeah, I have a video I'm working on. I actually have a video that I'm working on for I have a bunch of videos I'm working on for a number of topics. I have a video that I'm going to put out about my thoughts on the Xinjiang situation. I have a video that I want to put out about hobbies in China. I have a video that I want to put out about I got a video I'm making about Winston and Matt that is going to be very long. Very long. I think it's going to be about an hour and a half, 2 hours long. But it's got to be. It's basically a reaction video, because I watched one of their videos and I could barely close my mouth. I was watching it like, holy shit, geez, oh my God, what? Huh? Oh no, they didn't just say that. What? Huh? What? What? No, what? Huh? It was a lot of that, and so I sort of was like, I need to make a video where I basically watch their video and react to it and kind of add some nuance to some of the just the most bigoted things that I don't want to tell you what it is, Lily, because I don't want them to know which video I'm thinking about, but But it's very, you know what it was? It's like, I'm like, people need to know the nuance instead of like, because they'll say something and they're so confident in saying it. Like, Chinese people, they despise minorities, Oh, that's news to me. I'd never even heard that. That's sort of a slanderous statement. I mean, if you unplug the whole Xinjiang situation, like, Jesus, how can you even say that? I swear Matt has started using the word nuance more when he talks. I don't know if it's my imagination, maybe. Yeah, imagine doing those, no research. I mean the bad Matt, not you. Oh, okay, no worries, no worries. I don't want to bash. I honestly don't want to bash them all the time, but I certainly will call them out if they say something I don't feel is right. Yeah, the toilets video. I mean, come on now. But there's this one video where the whole video was just, it was just constant. And it was just like, I can't make one video talking about, like, because I'll take like one instance that they say, and then I'm like, that doesn't sound right, man. But I'll like look at the whole video and I'm like, oof. I pretty much have to make an entire video about this thing. The ethnic minority group in Sanya are the Li people and the Miao. Yeah. But there's another minority here that live on the water. They're like Dong or Dong. I know that they're not the Dong minority, because the Dong, I know the Dong minority. These are seafaring minority. By watching their videos, you are supporting their channel. That's very true, but for every one person like me that watches their video, there's 1,000 people that are ignorant to what China, Sampan, maybe those are Sampan, but they're ignorant to the things that they're saying and believe it whole cloth. So I'm watching their video because I'm trying to understand what the other side is thinking. So when Winston plants the seeds in somebody else's mind that in China, the majority Han hate and despise minorities, I know that is something, that is a seed that's being planted in the minds of people who don't understand China or never been to China. And so they will start to develop ideas. And I'm hoping that with nuance, I can attack that seed before it really grows, I watch both your videos and like, thanks, Jim. I know I've seen you in my comment section and stuff. I appreciate it, And, if you do want to watch them, that's okay. But I would just more like to add the nuance so that when you do watch them, you understand that, okay, this thing that they're saying is pretty much bullshit, And so I want to be able to preempt some things so that before people start fostering, okay, well, Chinese people hate minorities, so we need to hit China really hard because they hate. Winston told me they hate minorities, not only hate but despise. So this sort of rhetoric is very, very powerful in the minds of people who don't know any better. And if you can kind of speak to them and show how many different types of minorities there are in China, how many different minorities are really helped in China and get a lot of amazing support from the government, then it can give you a little bit more nuance to the thing that they're saying. That's pretty much what I want a nuance to be, is to add some color to some black and white issues, Anyways, BS sells, that's why they do it. Joe calls them out. Jayoe. Joe shows the counterpoint to their views. My name is Matt. Jayoe is my brand name, but that's okay, Sunset Cycling, I appreciate it. I agree, you have to watch both sides. Nobody's 100% correct, and that's the only way to learn and grow. That's a very, very good point, Pizza. You always have to watch both sides. That's true. But I need to get some water. I'm gonna get some water. They should be coming up here pretty soon, actually, I think. Somebody's tired. I haven't drank a beer, like a full beer, I had a sip of beer the other day, but I haven't drank a full beer in about a year, I think. Maybe a year. Water is really warm. It's like in the 20s. And the outside air, I don't know, it's very warm outside. Anybody who's claiming to know 100% of anything is naive. Yep. That's a woman down. That's a woman down. She's tired. And she's wearing a dry suit. I don't know why some people wear dry suits. The water is so warm. Why would you want a dry suit? No need for it. I took this down a bit. I got some GoPro footage under the water. What has been your favorite place to dive so far? I don't know if maybe it was because I was young and it was one of my first dives, but I dove in Cozumel in Mexico with my dad, and I feel like the water on those dives was so clear. I'm in like 120 feet or more, like 40 meters. I mean, it was just, oh, somebody's, they're coming back, must be coming back. They got to launch a drone. But yeah, it's so nice. So nice. I remember we dove in an area called Punta Sur. Punta Sur, there were these huge columns of, no, not food time, nobody banana. That was, the people are out there scuba diving and they're coming back. And so we're filming a live show right now. So they've got to get the drone in the air to catch them coming back to the boat. So everybody's got to get positioned. But yeah, it was Punta Sur, which was a national park in Cozumel. Oh my God, it was so beautiful. I remember seeing spider crabs that were so huge. Joni and Chachi, that's a good one. My instructor has a dive suit in the iced cold mountain lake. We just had a wetsuit. He had a kettle of hot water he put into my suit between dives. That's funny. How long is the scuba trip? Just a few more hours, then we'll head back. After this, we're going to Guangxi. We're going all over the place. Love you. Keep fighting the good fight. Vietnamese American from New York City, educating my own friends on ridiculous China bait. It's heartening to see more critical thought and discourse. There's a serious need for more of that, actually. What has been your favorite place to dive so far? Oh, okay, I'm reading back. You already said that. The second favorite, I think, like, I dove in the Maldives, which was beautiful, but there was a pretty steep current, and so it wasn't as clear as I would hope. I've dove in the Maldives, I've dove off the Andaman Islands, in the Gulf of Thailand, I've dove in Indonesia, off of Java and Bali. I've dove in lakes in Ohio. I've dove Tobermory, which is in northern Canada, but it was very cold there. I've done a lot of diving. How's the keto going for you? I find it really hard to adhere to my keto principles, seeing as though there's too many carbs. I think it's pretty easy. You know, I mixed keto with intermittent fasting, and I don't eat as much as I used to. So, you know, Chinese use rice as filler when they eat their meat, and then they use the rice to fill them off. And I eat the meat, and I find that fills me up enough. So there's no need for any sort of filler. So I just skip that. Yeah, you know, we had lunch earlier. It was some pork and some green vegetables sauteed and some rice, and I didn't eat the rice. I just ate the sauteed vegetable. Sanya now, afternoon, 2 p.m. Yep. And then looking out the window. And it looks like there's some clouds rolling in, which is kind of cool because we're finished. Rice has a lot of energy, yeah, but that energy is carbs. And the whole point of keto is to switch from carbs as your primary source of energy to fats. Heading to Guangxi soon. Yes, we're gonna head to Guangxi on the 12th. So we've got tomorrow we'll be filming at a surfing village, and I'm not part of that filming project. I'm not part of that filming project. Hey, let's get the end of the show, huh? I'm not part of that filming project. And then I'm just gonna go to the surfing village and hang out there, which is cool. Actually, tomorrow my plan is to drink a bunch of gin and tonics at the scuba diving bar. Maybe make a couple of videos. Maybe do a live stream tomorrow at the surfing village, and then I have the free day, so I'm just gonna hang out at the beach, make some videos, have fun. Tomorrow should be a fun day for the channel, actually. Maybe I live stream on Nuance. You know, I haven't live streamed on Nuance yet. Maybe I do a live stream on Nuance. That would be fun. Hey, Kaya. Yeah, well, this is only a few team members here. There's a whole bunch of people in the water and a whole bunch of people upstairs. Actually, we're going to Nanning. We'll be going to Nanning in a couple of days. I don't know if we'll be able to see Kirk. Remember to like. Alcohol is not keto. Yeah, Jim, but you know what? I am... Okay. Alcohol is not keto, but I live a keto lifestyle, Jim. So, like, I make exceptions, you know. I've been doing keto or sort of like a mainly keto lifestyle for over a year now. So I allow myself a little fun from time to time. And gin and tonics are not so bad. Wow, your team is big. Drivers look tired. Hi, bro. Hey, Shuai Chen. Get some surf lessons. Yeah, maybe I can get some surfing lessons. How's Annie and Eva? They are doing very good. So tomorrow you have off. Yeah, tomorrow I have off. Good night, Iris. Have a good one if you're still here. How often do you fast? I do intermittent fasting, so I don't eat breakfast, and I'll have lunch at about noon, and then I'll eat dinner at about 6, and then I'll wake up and I won't eat anything else. I don't snack or anything like that. So then the next time I'll eat will be the next day at lunch. It's pretty easy. Once you start doing it, I don't crave hardly anything. I used to crave all the time. It's pretty interesting. You're not wearing a wetsuit. I took out my wetsuit already. I did my diving already. I'm finished. The links are in the description below if you want to watch my video of me actually scuba diving. The rebroadcast is there. But okay, so Omar is back, and then Jing will be back, and then this is our coral dude with his coral gear. He takes that drill and he drills it into the rock, creates a hole, then he pounds in a plug, and then he jams a stake into the plug, and then he cuts a finger of coral off, and then he ties a piece of coral to it with a couple of zip ties. The running dog? What does that mean? Yeah, Tendy, I haven't seen Jason very much. We're very sort of on different teams. We're very busy doing different things. You've lost 18 pounds on it. Good for you, Jim. Good for you. Okay, so they're filming now. So I have to be quiet. This is like a taxi boat coming back and forth and dropping off new divers. And then what we're on right now is like home base. Yeah, let the idiot speak. He can say whatever he wants. That's mild compared to some of the shit that people say about me. I think when people make stupid comments, it says way more about the commenter than the person they're commenting about in most cases. So in a lot of cases, it just makes people like that look like complete idiots and bigots, and in many cases racists and ignorant and dumb. So that's kind of nice. Enjoy it. Enjoy your moment of fame. How short is Jing Jing? She's very, very short, actually. Next to me, she looks like a child. See the drone? You see the drone flying out there? So basically upstairs they're switching between the drone shot and that guy's camera and then that guy's camera. So they've got 3 different cameras and they're just switching. Hey Samuel, how's it going? How's the weather in Texas right now? Yeah, they're filming right now. They're live, which is kind of neat, right? As soon as they finish, I'm going to finish my stream because we'll probably get started to pack up and go. So thanks so much for watching. We'll go over there as soon as they're finished and say hi and see how the event went. And there. I had a very bad experience with scuba diving in the Philippines. They gave me an empty diving tube. I was told the diving tube was empty and then they checked and gave me a new one. Holy moly. That's crazy. Yeah, Fred, I don't think I can bomb CGTN's live stream. Hey, how was that? Still going.
The waves, the current.
This one?
This was much stronger.
Stronger.
Much stronger. So I think waves.
Really?
Waves. Take me home.
Was it hard to hammer when you're being blown back and forth and everything?
No, the afternoon was much harder than the morning dive waves.
Yeah. This one was harder.
I don't know what you guys had in the afternoon or lunchtime.
Yeah.
Morning. So I could barely stay stable.
Oh man.
Barely stable. Grabbing stuff. Grabbed you once.
根本就拍不到你，你到后半截是好的。So later, when you were trying to nail down the
Yeah.
Yeah. I think favorite sometimes because the how do you call it? The
Anchor.
No, the anchor, the metallic.
Metal. The stake.
The stake, yeah. Well, I think it came out several times.
Oh really?
One of them was loose.
Yeah.
Oh no.
And he came in.
Yeah. I think 2 or 3 went loose, and then we have to hammer it again.
Oh no.
You're like,
Yeah.
它很难掌握那个力度。
Yeah.
Oh
And then we try to
man.
tie
You
the
can.
cord with it.
You're swimming like every 10 seconds. You're like, oh.
Yeah. Now, when you hammered it in, like I liked the rock that he chose. Was it the same rock?
Uh-huh.
That because it was lower.
There's nothing else on it. It was a different one.
No, it's the same. I saw the.
You saw your last
I
ones?
saw the coral.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But yeah, it's different spots. But like the same spot, I could feel the current is pretty strong this time.
Cool. Well, relax. We're done. We're done for the day. Jayoe. Jayoe. All right, guys, take it easy. That was an interesting live stream, huh? Tomorrow we're going to be at the surfing village. I got a little bit of time to kill, so I'll probably do a nice long live stream. Yes, Omar does speak Chinese. He speaks Chinese very well. Very well. So thanks a lot. Appreciate you. Like, share, comment, subscribe. I've got a bunch of videos. Obviously, not all of my stuff here is live stream. I got actual videos that I'm recording. This is odd time, I think, difficult for Americans to watch. So I'll try and have videos up later. I have really cooked myself. Let's see. Oh, it's setting in right now. It's setting in. But take it easy. It's going to be a good time. And thanks. It was a lot of fun. This has been a really fun project, actually. And what a better thing to be on a project where I can share my stories. I can go in the ocean, get paid, all expenses. It's quite nice. This is not like my other gigs. This is like I'm actually an actor on this project, so it's nice. Thanks again. Take it easy. Bye-bye.